Stephen Miller is the Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy and Homeland Security Advisor. All right, Mr. Miller, what should happen to the seditious six?
Well, they should be held accountable under the law and under the Uniform Code of Military Justice for a seditious conspiracy against the United States of America. This is completely open and shut, straightforward. What is the motivation? Why would 6 members of Congress, selecting specifically for individuals with a CIA or military background, record a carefully written, carefully produced, slickly edited video messaging directly to members of our clandestine services and our armed forces, telling them to disobey orders from their superiors, telling them that they should individually determine whether an order is legal or illegal and defy it. Individuals who are exercising life and death power. The CIA engages in covert missions all over the world involving life and death decisions. The armed forces launches life-taking missions time and time again. They carry weapons. They control drones. They control missiles. They work on nuclear submarines. For what purpose would you ever deliver this message? As you said, it's to create a color revolution. It is the CIA playbook for trying to foment insurrection from within the military and within the CIA. Look, we saw after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, Jesse, members of the armed forces openly celebrating his murder. So think about that for a second. You have people in the armed forces, and it can be a tiny, tiny percentage, but who celebrated the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and then now they're getting a message from Kelly and from other members of Congress saying, defy your commanders. Rise up and defy your superiors. That kind of language will get people killed. It endangers our national security. It is dangerously radicalizing. And it has all of the evidence of willfulness and intent. And when they go on TV and they say, well, we can't name what order is illegal, that proves the point. It was never about the law. It was breaking down the chain of command. The Democrat Party is openly engaged every day in trying to tear down democracy, whether it be judges who are binding the president with unlawful orders, releasing violent criminals back onto the street, trying to cement and protect the illegal alien invasion of America, and now fomenting rebellion inside of the ranks of our armed forces and CIA.
Yeah, and then Crockett is doing it with ICE. They're accusing ICE of murder. They're accusing ICE of murder. People are shooting at ICE. Where does she get that?
Their language puts ICE officers in the line of fire. And then you have Democrat governors like Governor Waddle, Governor Pritzker, who is aiding and abetting. Waddle. Okay. Well, when I heard the names of the turkeys, right, Gobble and Waddle, I said, Waddle, that's Governor Pritzker's
we all need to lose some weight, as the president said. Yes. But go ahead.
But when you have ICE officers who now you have a Governor Pritzker and a Mayor, Brandon Johnson, who are siding with the invaders, siding with the rioters, siding with the pedophiles, siding with the gang members against ICE officers as they're ambushed, as they're assaulted. But what's the point of it all, Jesse? What's it all add up to? Why are they engaged in all this? What is their objective here? It's the Somalification of America. In other words, when you see the state of Somalia, that's what they want for America at the end of the day, because it's easier to rule over an empire of ashes than it is for the Democratic Party to rule over a functioning, Western, high-trust society with a strong middle class. Look how powerful the Democrat Party became in Minnesota once they flooded it with 100,000 Somalians. Once the elections were decided, right, by clan rivalries and ethnic feuds. Once that happened, the Democrat Party became permanently powerful in Minnesota. They became permanently powerful in the Twin Cities. That's their model for America, to make the whole country into a version of Somalia. And everything they do gets down to that. So when you ask me what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving, I praise God every day that Donald Trump is our president. And we've gone from 30% inflation, 20 million illegals, unlimited refugees, violent crime in our cities, to security in our cities, no more illegals, no more refugees, and finally a country that puts American citizens first.
Before we let you go, Miller, what's your MO on Thanksgiving? Do you help? Do you hinder? What do you do?
I would be incapable of helping. if I attempted to help, it would be interpreted widely as an act of sabotage. And so,
it's a great excuse for not doing anything.
Yes,
we're on to you.
The safest play is kind of like they say, like, you know, when men like fold a sweater wrong, you never fold a sweater again, right? The safest play is to just watch TV and just stay out of the way as best you can. And my service is saying how delicious the gravy is, how great the turkey is, how wonderful the cranberry sauce is. That's how I give back, with compliments.
All right, America's guest, Stephen Miller, behave yourself this Thanksgiving. Maybe do one dish, or maybe not. Good to see you. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.